What's happening, guys? Good morning, America, and happy Tuesday, people. It's Tuesday, 20th of October, and we are just a few minutes away from the U.S. market opening. We are broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV in an effort of bringing the real information to your doorstep and help each and every one of you make informed decisions about investments and the amazing CFDs market. The episode today is sponsored by our partners at Forexy and Markets.com. If you like the content, guys, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe on social media channels where we are broadcasting these daily talk shows and support us in delivering more great content. Tomorrow morning, we have João Monteiro in the studio, founder and CEO at Forexy. And he will bring us great news about the markets and also the latest information about Forexy's latest products and competitions. So stay tuned and don't miss out. Now, European shares traded lower today. We started the day with the Asian stocks slipping overnight as investors adjusted risk exposure heading into the U.S. election and as a deadline for Washington to pass the economic stimulus bill, while Europe reported record daily COVID infections again. European shares also traded lower today as surging COVID-19 cases raised investor concerns. Parts of the UK were put into lockdown. Ireland just announced that all non-essential businesses are in lockdown for 6 weeks. France also imposed new restrictions, and other EU countries might follow the same measures shortly. Oil prices slipped for a fourth straight day today on worries that the resurgence of COVID-19 cases globally is shifting a promising recovery in fuel demand, while growing output from Libya adds to the already oversupplied and saturated markets. Gold futures also traded lower today on the past two trading sessions ahead of the deadline given by Nancy Pelosi to pass the latest U.S. stimulus measures that will expire today, and remained almost unchanged during the European trading session, currently trading just above the 1900 mark. Around the 1906, 1907 level. This is what's happening with gold. We're going to get to the charts. We're going to get to the news in a few minutes, guys. In 7 minutes from now, we're going to ring the bell together for the U.S. market opening. Till then, we're going to see what's happening with the charts, what happened today, and what news we had issued in the past hour or so. Another important asset, Bitcoin, I think is the only, Bitcoin and the Euro, guys, I think they're the only two assets that traded higher today. Bitcoin is currently trading around the $11,800 mark, apparently getting a boost of confidence from traders amid tensions on the U.S. stock markets regarding fiscal stimulus and also the U.S. elections. Right. I see we have some comments. Guys, don't be shy. Interact with me. Interact with us. That's the only way we can help you. That's why we're here, to try and deliver the information that you're looking for, the real information from the source, from professional traders, industry specialists, people with over 10, 20 years experience on the financial market. So big hello, everyone. Let me know if you're struggling with anything. If you have questions about trading, again, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. Now, let's see what is happening today with the markets. What are the top 5 things to know? I hope we can cover all of them in 6 minutes, so we can ring the bell together for the U.S. market opening. So the headlines today: stimulus deadline, Netflix results, and Shell M&A. What's up in the markets? Right, before we move on, guys, I must remind you, we are in the middle of the earnings season. Yeah, this happens 4 times a year, and October is the month when you have the third quarter results for most companies. Netflix and Procter & Gamble are expected to announce the results today. Okay, also Philip Morris, Lockheed Martin Corporation, okay, and other big names, UBS. Okay, and other big names. You can see we have 8 pages of companies that will announce their figures today. And tomorrow, guys, we have Tesla announcing on the 21st. Yeah, Verizon, Abbott Laboratories, and other big names in the industry. I can't obviously mention every single one of them. Yeah, but we have big companies announcing their quarterly earnings, and they might let's hope they might balance, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, which closed in red yesterday. And even though the prediction today for the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 is to again open on a positive, let's see. It matters how they end the day, not how they open. So moving on. Let's see, what are the top 5 things to know in the markets today. Number 1 on the board, stimulus deadline day. It's deadline day for the Trump administration and GOP-controlled Senate to reach a deal with House of Democrats over an economic support package, supposedly. Given how things tend to slip, self-imposed deadlines tend to have limited meaning, but it is an undeniable fact that there is precious little time left to get anything agreed before the election. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said yesterday that the gap between the two sides was narrowing, but in truth, neither side has found the need for an agreement to be most important element of their current election campaign. Yeah, obviously, it's all about the U.S. elections. I've been watching CNN all day today, and a lot of information came out about Donald Trump, about Joe Biden. I'm going to share that with you if we have time later on today. Now let's focus on the charts. Now, elsewhere on the campaign trail, President Donald Trump downplayed reports of struggles in fundraising, telling a rally that he could raise billions of dollars in a day if he had to, for example, by extracting the money from ExxonMobil in return for a couple of drilling licenses. Now, ExxonMobil answered to Donald Trump's comments, saying that we are aware of the president's statement regarding a hypothetical call with our CEO. And just so we're all clear, it never happened. Okay, it never happened yet, most probably. 3 minutes remaining to the U.S. opening. As I was saying a minute ago, guys, Netflix is announcing their third quarter results today. The world's famous stay-at-home stock is under the spotlight as Netflix reports its latest quarterly updates after the closing bell today. Analysts expect the company to have added a net 2.5 million subscribers in the quarter and to have earned $2.2 a share, up around 45% from a year earlier. The company has missed consensus forecasts in both of the 2 quarters so far, as the pandemic accelerates a global generational shift to streaming services and away from linear TV. One of the most interesting metrics in tonight's release may be the average watching times per subscriber, given the increasing difficulties of getting new material produced. Okay, this is what is happening on Netflix side of things. We are exactly 2 minutes away from the US opening. Number 3 on the board, stocks set to open higher with eyes on Washington. U.S. stock markets are set to open higher today, recouping some of the losses made in late trading yesterday as hopes for a stimulus package faltered yet again. By 6:25 a.m. Eastern Time, Dow futures were up 190 points or 0.7%, while the S&P 500 futures and NASDAQ were both up 0.8%. Other stocks likely to be in focus later include Intel, after news that the chipmaker agrees to sell its NAND memory chip business for $9 billion to South Korea's SK Hynix. Hynix stock fell 1.7% in Seoul overnight on the news. Other stocks reporting include Procter & Gamble, Philip Morris, and Lockheed Martin before the open, and Texas Instruments and America Mobile after the closing bell. Okay, this is what is going on so far. Right, let's see what's going on, guys. We are exactly 1 minute away from the U.S. opening. Hey, let's try and ring the bell together today at the U.S. opening like we do every day. We have a bit of advertising. I saw a COVID advertisement. And any second now, we will see the U.S. opening and ring the bell together. Right. I saw news earlier on that Ireland just announced it's heading into lockdown for 6 weeks. Yeah, Ireland announced that they are shutting down all the non-important businesses, non-vital businesses. While other governments across Europe have also tightened restrictions at a local level, recently none has gone so far as Dublin, making it an important test case for public policy response at the start of what is likely to be a long and difficult winter. No doubt about it, it's going to be a long and difficult winter for everyone, guys. We are 25 seconds away from the US opening, guys. Get ready, get the drums ready. We're going to ring the bell again and see how the markets open today. Again, they have already moved up 190 points, respectively 0.8%. Okay, let's see how they're going to close the day. What's going to happen with the fiscal stimulus as it expires today. And 2-1, welcome to the US trading session, everyone. Welcome to the market opening. This was the market opening. Moving on to some more news. Number 5 on the board, shale M&A continues. The oil M&A boom is on. Pioneer Natural Resources is in talks with Parsley Energy to merge in what would be a further consolidation of the struggling shale sector, according to the Wall Street Journal. The news comes only a day after ConocoPhillips confirmed it will buy Conco Resources for $9.7 billion in a deal that creates the U.S. largest pure upstream play. Pioneer and Parsley are planning an all-stock deal with a low premium, something that will conserve cash in what remains a challenging price environment. U.S. crude prices edged lower overnight and also during the European session today on mild disappointment that the OPEC Plus bloc didn't express more clearly its willingness to delay a planned output increase scheduled for 1st of January. The American Petroleum Institute inventories data are due at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time as usual. Okay. This is what is happening with the markets, guys. Let's have a quick look at the economic calendar. Yeah, we can see just before midnight at 11:30 GMT plus 3, we're going to have the API weekly crude oil stock. And tomorrow, guys, the crude oil inventories and the Cushing crude oil inventories in the afternoon. Hopefully, the API weekly crude oil stock will give traders an indication on the stockpiles that America has in its reserves. Now, at 3:30, exactly 1 hour ago, guys, we had the building permits announced from the states, which came out on a positive note, versus the negative 0.5% last month. It came out 5.2%. We have building permits 1,553,000 versus a consensus expectation of 1,520,000. They weren't a million miles away. They were thereabouts. Okay, and versus the previous, which was 1,476,000. Housing starts 1.9% versus a negative of 6.7% the previous month. Yeah, and housing starts came out negative 1.415 million versus an expectation of 1.457 from economists and also a previous of 1.388 million. Okay, this is what is going on in the economic calendar, guys. Let's have a look at the charts and see how the markets perform today. Again, I am using the charts of investing.com. Let's hope this time they will work. Okay, we are on a 1 hour time frame, which means every green or red candlestick, guys, represents exactly 1 hour. Okay, and we can see that oil dropped for the last 3 to 4 hours. Okay, it went as high as 41.31 today, like I was saying this morning, but in the last few hours, it pushed lower, currently trading at 40.63. And by the looks of it, we might see it going even lower towards the 40.42 level. Okay, we see the RSI and the stochastic at the bottom of the screen pointing downwards. The RSI is somewhere in between, which doesn't give an awful lot of indication, but it's still pointing downwards. And we see stochastic turning around from the oversold levels and again pointing downwards on a 14-period time frame. Now, as I was saying earlier on, guys, the euro and the Bitcoin seem to be the only two assets that moved upwards today. Okay, this is the euro. There you go. Very interesting, very good rally for the euro for 7 hours straight. Okay, as things stand right now, we reached a 100% correction, yeah, judging by the latest drop. And now all eyes are on this point, yeah, at 118.71 to see will the euro push even higher than 118.18, where it's trading right now? Will it head to 118.71 on a weak dollar? Time will show us, guys. But anyway, very, very good rally for the euro. We're gonna get some trading signals later on, and I hope I can help you all with a bit of trading signals from investing.com. They are public, so and free as well. Okay, so no worries about the trading signals. We're definitely gonna get them. Okay, we're looking at the pound. Obviously, pound didn't do so well today, even though it had a positive opening this morning on. Restrictions, yeah, on Northern Ireland or Ireland shutting down, basically shutting off, yeah, the major businesses for 6 weeks. There's not a lot of power, buying power on the pound as things stand right now. Who knows? Probably we're going to see the pound heading even lower towards the 128.90 level. Okay, let's have a quick look at the USD JPY. The USD did fairly well today on the European trading session. It went slightly higher, all the way up to 105.75. Okay, it's currently trading at 105.69. After the rally, it had a bit of a correction is expected, especially if we look at RSI and stochastic. Okay, so a tiny pullback. We might see a red candlestick, and then who knows? Maybe the uptrend will continue. But as things stand right now, the most probable or now is a tiny pullback. Let's see what the trading signals say in a couple of minutes. Maybe we get a bit more information. Right, moving on. We're looking at the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. The Aussie dollar, again, it's free falling. It's currently trading at its lows, very, very low. Okay, let's change the time frame to a daily time frame. Right. Okay. So it had a fantastic rally, yeah, for a couple of months, if not longer, and now apparently is pulling back. Okay. Now is at its support level. If it's going to break this level, then probably traders will aim for the 0.6848. Okay. Pay attention. This is on a daily chart here, so it might take easily 1 week until that price is reached. So if you're trading intraday, this information will not really be useful for you. But if you're trading midterm to long term, then there you go. Yeah. So a level, a very interesting level to keep an eye on. If the 0.7022 level will be broken, is 0.6848. All right, now let's go back on an hourly chart. Again, nothing. There's no clarification. There's nothing happening on a 1 hour chart. We can't see anything. Yeah, and we see it trading at its lows. If it's going to break the lows, then we know where it's very likely to go. On the other hand, we might see it bouncing from the lows. And if that's the case, then traders will probably eye the 0.7060 level. They will try and ride it for about 40 pips. Yeah, from what we see here. Right, moving on. We are looking at USD Canadian, guys, which as things stand right now, okay, it was mostly flat today. Yeah, we can see the last 25 candlesticks, yeah, the last 25 hours. The markets literally moved sideways. Okay, there wasn't much movement. So anyone that traded USD Canadian, I doubt they had great results. You might have caught a few pips here and there, but that was it. Yeah, that was it. Let's see the US 500 or the S&P 500. That did open on a positive note indeed today. Again, still very, very shy. We don't see it advancing. Yeah, we can see 2, 3 candlesticks. All 3 are red. And now it's doing the pullback. Quick hint for you guys. Usually when the markets open with such a gap, the gap will be filled, which means the price is going to come back down, yeah, to where the previous candlestick closed. And then if it's a proper uptrend, then it will continue the rally. Yeah, so remember, guys, gaps tend to close most of the times. Hey, if it's not going to happen now, it's going to happen tomorrow. Or if it's not going to happen tomorrow, it's going to happen in a couple of days when the markets will drop again. But probably. But yeah, keep an eye on the gaps, guys. If the markets open with a huge gap, then sooner or later that gap will be filled. Okay, we see the S&P 500 pushing higher. There is a bit of buying power on the market. There you go. We're looking at the Dow Jones right now. Very good movement for the Dow Jones. A bit of clear indication. It's currently trading at 28,366 flat, and is probably aiming for the 28,446.22 there, which is the previous high. Okay, on a 5-minute chart. A very nice green engulfing candlestick with the RSI and the stochastic way in the oversold. Way in the oversold. Let's see what Nancy Pelosi will say today about the fiscal stimulus that the entire US stock market is expecting. Right, let's move on to Apple, guys. Apple opened on a positive, but again, nothing really happened. There you go. This is the example I was telling you with the gaps. Okay, so we see this big gap. Okay, that happened. When was that? A few days ago, on the 9th. Oh, quite a few days ago. Okay, and in a few days, what happened? The markets came down to close the gap. Yeah, to close the price that was missing there. So there is your proof, guys. When gaps happen on the market, they will close sooner or later. Right, let's move on. We're looking at the US dollar index on a 1-hour chart, which dropped the entire European trading session. From what we see here, we saw a very shy start of a recovery, but another red candlestick opened after the US opening. For experienced trader, guys, for technical traders, and please correct me if I'm wrong or interact with me. Let me know what you think, because I'm sure we have some experienced traders watching us as well. This seems to be a head and shoulders pattern, which most of the times indicates a downtrend. Okay, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe we have some more experienced technical analysts out there. Let me know if this doesn't look like a head and shoulders to you, and let me know if when you see a head and shoulders pattern, the markets don't go down. Okay, I might have got it wrong for 10 years, guys. Unlikely, but there you go. Now, looking at the US dollar index, if it's going to continue the downtrend, we're going to be looking at 93.04. Yeah, very close to the 93 flat level. Okay, down there. Let's see. It's very likely that that will happen. Hey, if this is indeed a head and shoulders pattern, and the markets will react the way I think they're going to react, then we're going to see the US dollar index trading lower. But again, I might be wrong, or who knows, Donald Trump might tweet something that will completely shift the direction of the US dollar index. Gold, guys, gold is trading, as I said in the opening, just above the 1900 level. Is currently trading in 1903, and it doesn't look well at all. We can see the RSI not being able to go all the way up to the overbought section. It is currently pointing downwards, and we see the stochastic turning around from the overbought and pointing downwards. Okay, for gold, if you want to be really cautious, guys, yeah, you might want to ride it only a few pips. Okay, to the 1897 level or 1893, somewhere there. Okay, and I'll explain to you why in just a second. Yeah, let's say this is not the beginning of an uptrend, and it's just a ranging market before the final round of elections, the final round of election debates. Sorry, in the States, and the fiscal stimulus update. Okay, so if you're looking at the ranging market, we see gold ranging from 1917 down to 1893, somewhere there with a push. Okay, we have an intermediary level somewhere there. Okay, that can be considered an intermediary level. Okay, and we could draw another one somewhere there. Okay, if you want to narrow it down, if you're a scalper and you want to narrow it down, you want to get in and out very fast, then you can narrow it down like this. Okay, and like, use a bit of logic, see what's more likely to happen. Yeah, is it more likely for gold to push lower, breaking the 1901 and then heading even lower towards the 1893, or is it going to turn around? Okay, from what we see so far, it didn't have the power to break this level. Yeah, the 1909. It tried a few times, but nothing happened, and it went lower. So, what does this tell us? The dollar plays a massive, massive part when it comes to gold prices. Okay, this is what this setup is telling us. Now, obviously, looking at the RSI and the stochastic and the technical analysis, it is very likely for gold to push a bit lower. But again, being only a few pips, guys, you're not going to get much out of it. So it's entirely up to you if you want to trade this setup, if you want to enter the markets and trade this setup, or you prefer to allow the markets to breathe a bit more. Okay, this is entirely up to you. Now, my job is to give you both scenarios, and then you do whatever you think it makes sense. All right, Brent oil futures again dropped slightly today. They were really unchanged. They went up and down about 30, 40 cents if. Okay, but now they're trading where they were this morning. Okay, so nothing is really happening. Again, we see Brent oil futures ranging. It's very undecided, very complicated to tell right now on a 60-minute chart what's likely to happen. Who knows? Maybe if we decrease the time frame, let's say to a 30-minute chart, okay, we can narrow it down. Yes, I think now we can. So again, you're marking your support resistance levels. Yeah, your average highs and average lows. There you go. It's clear that we have another one somewhere in between there. Okay. And if this one will be broken, if the intermediary support resistance level will be broken, then probably traders will aim for the 43.11, or 43 flat. Let's say if you want to be really conservative, okay, you can aim for the 43 flat for a long position. Okay, and for a short position, if Brent oil futures decide to bounce off the 42.64 level, okay, for a short position, then probably you're going to be targeting 42.24 or slightly higher, yeah? 42.30, let's say, yeah, if you want to be conservative. Okay, it's up to the markets. We're looking at RSI and stochastic. Stochastic did turn around. It seems to be pointing upwards, and RSI did not manage to reach all the way down there to the oversold levels, and it's currently pointing upwards. Let's decrease it to a 15-minute chart. Right, this candlestick is crucial, guys. If this candlestick manages to close above this level and settle above, then probably we're going to see Brent oil futures pushing a bit higher, yeah, towards the 42.80, 42.90 level. Okay, remember, what I'm telling you is not investment advice. I'm showing you both sides of the coin, yeah, the long positions as well as the potential for the sell positions. Okay, so make sure you do your own analysis. Make sure you check your own trading signals. All right, and don't follow what I'm telling you blindly, because this is not an investment advice. It's just, yeah, a bit of practice for you guys to understand how short-term trading works. Yeah, right. Let's move on. Let's talk about silver. Okay, silver again is doing what gold is doing. It's trying to push higher. Okay, on silver, let's look at it on a 1-hour chart. Okay, not a lot of movement happened today. It's currently trading at 24.75. Okay, and by the looks of it, yeah, the RSI and the stochastic are turning around. Okay, and that means it's likely to see silver futures coming down a bit towards the 24,500 level, yeah, or 24.50. Okay. There is another option. It might go a bit higher. Yeah, it might go towards the 25.16, which is the previous high. But again, time will tell. Time will show us what's the scenario. Now, I was telling you about Bitcoin, guys, which is currently trading at just short of 11,900, 11,890.4. Very interesting, very good rally for the Bitcoin. Okay, one of the explanations might be that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin being completely decentralized, yeah, it's not really affected by what's happening in the US, what's happening in Europe, elections, and so on. So investors in times like this, where do they park their cash? They tend to park their cash into gold, yeah, into safe havens, gold and Japanese yen. Now, with this COVID pandemic, worldwide, okay, where are you going to park your cash? Okay, Japan is affected by COVID. Yeah, Japan's economy might be affected by any statements that come from across the pond from Donald Trump. So, what will investors do with their cash? Probably most of them or some of them will invest it into Bitcoin. Yeah, as Bitcoin is decentralized, and cryptocurrencies are decentralized. So it means they can't be controlled by any local authority or government. Okay, like central banks, for example. So this might be an explanation why in times like this, when everything is in red, okay, Bitcoin is shining again because traders invest their money in Bitcoin. Yeah, who knows? Might be one of the explanations behind it, obviously. Right now, let's take some trading signals. Let's see what investing.com thinks about the major assets after the US opening. Okay, we're looking at Euro USD and GBP USD in a strong buy on 3 time frames, respectively 4 time frames. Okay, we see the USD JPY very, very undecided. We see USD CHF neutral on a 5-minute chart, but apart from that, we see it in a strong sell. Okay, on the other time frames, USD Canadian again seems to be stuck in a strong sell on all 4 time frames. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the charts, guys, on USD Canadian. I'm curious as well. Right, okay, it makes a bit of sense. Okay, it makes a bit of sense, especially considering what's happening in the States right now. Right, and GBP JPY is stuck on a strong buy on all 4 time frames. Okay, right, let's have a quick look at commodities and see what's the overview on commodities on gold, silver, and crude oil. Right, so gold is in a strong sell, short-term 5 minutes and 15 minutes. The hourly is neutral and the daily is still a sell. Silver, on the other hand, is set on a strong buy, okay, on all 4 time frames. Who knows what's going to happen? Usually when they move, silver and gold tend to move together in the same direction, not the same amount of points. Yeah, let's see what is happening, what's going to happen. Apparently, the markets didn't settle yet. Copper in a strong buy on all 4 time frames. Crude oil WTI strong buy on all 4 time frames, and Brent oil buy and strong buy on 3 time frames. On the other hand, natural gas and US wheat, guys, they are stuck on a strong buy on all time frames. So as I was telling you this morning, as I'm telling you every time I get the chance, if something doesn't make sense to you guys, if you don't know exactly what to do, you're not sure about something, look for another asset. Look for an asset that gives you a clear indication. Okay, it's not a must that you trade the majors. It's not a must that you trade the US dollar every single day. Okay, you might want to give the US dollar a break for a couple of days or another asset and focus on something else that gives you a clearer indication. Okay, right. Okay, this is it, guys. This is it so far on the US trading session. Let's see how the markets will react today. Let's see the results. First of all, what's going to happen with the stimulus measures? Yeah, that expire today. As Nancy Pelosi said, today is the deadline. They have to agree on something, supposedly. And let's see how the markets will open tomorrow, guys. Stay tuned. We're coming back in 30 seconds with Dumb Money and Giovanni. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning, guys, at the US market opening. Stay tuned. We're coming back live in 30 seconds. All right, guys, we are back. This is Dumb Money with Giovanni. Giovanni is my trading partner for the last 3 years, guys. I was carrying Giovanni with me. He saw more webinars and more seminars than many traders out there. And he wants to share some thoughts with you and show you what are the most common trading traps that beginner traders or unexperienced people fall for. So let's move on and start with Dumb Money with Giovanni. Right, moving on to the slides. It's very difficult, guys, when I'm broadcasting live and I have to do everything myself. Okay, but I hope I'm doing a good job. Let me know how you think I'm doing so far. So Giovanni, trading traps revealed with Giovanni Dumb Money. Now, so I took a screenshot today of some Forex trading Facebook group. Okay, someone was begging for a free trading signal. Okay, Giovanni's opinion obviously is, have you heard of Google? My opinion is roughly the same. How can you ask for something like this? Do you really know how to trade? Have you ever traded? Do you really know what a trading signal is? Okay, it's not a magic formula that's going to make you millions of dollars. Yeah, a trading signal is just a sum of technical indicators, okay, that give you a potential entry point. Yeah, potential entry point. It's not a secret formula to make money. There is no thing as 100% accurate signals. Okay, anything that happens with the markets could shift the direction of the signal anytime. Right, let's move on to the second slide. I only have a few slides for today. Right, we see Giovanni very upset, saying your balance is $4.60, dude. Yes, that's correct. This is a screenshot with the mobile MT4 trading platform. We can see a balance of $4.60, guys. We see an equity of $17, okay, which is good. It means if the trader closes all the trades, yeah, then the equity becomes the balance. So congratulations, Mr. Trader. You have $17 in your balance. Amazing. We see a margin of $3.01 and a free margin of $14.86. Now, what is the difference, guys? All right, margin means the amount you've already invested when you opened these positions. Okay, free margin means the funds you have available in case you wish to open other positions. Okay, this is what it means. So free margin is what is your safety net, let's say. Yeah, the more free money you have, the more free margin you have, the more flexibility you have in your trading account. You can open other positions, you can hedge your positions, you can open multiple positions if you want to. Okay, or ultimately you can sustain a drawdown. Yeah, a trade that goes against you for a few hours or a day or two, you can sustain it. Now, I don't want to be really mean, and I don't want to let Giovanni become really, really mean either. What I appreciate is that the trader is trading the minimum position, which is 0.01 lots. Okay. Now, on this position, you are making 10 cents per pip for every movement of the fourth digit, of the fourth decimal. Okay. In the currency pair, apart from USD JPY, you are making 10 cents. Now, for you to make a profit of $10, yeah, $10.50, you need a very, very good movement, okay, for that to happen. So I appreciate the fact that this trader is trading properly. Well, to be honest, with $20 in your balance or $30 in your balance, you can't really trade any other way. Yeah, but he could have opened one position and go all in, and if you make money, you make money. If not, you blow up your trading account. What are you going to lose at the end of the day? $20, $30. This is the average mentality. This is the mentality of an average trader that doesn't really have any knowledge or experience in trading. Okay, so I don't know. I would be a bit embarrassed, to be honest, to post something like this, yeah, with a balance of $4.60. Guys, this is not a slot machine. Okay, one sneeze of the market and you're wiped out. This is all it takes. One sneeze of the market and you're wiped out. Yeah, a tiny gap at the opening, at the US opening or at the European opening, and that's it. Bye-bye $20. Do it properly if you want to do it. Have some free margin. Yeah, not $14. Have some more free margin. Okay, I appreciate the fact that you're trading 001 lots, which is the minimum position. I appreciate the fact that you're diversifying your positions. Yeah, you're not going all in on gold or silver or oil or any other asset. Okay, diversifying your positions tends to work most of the times. But come on, man, don't trade with $20. Is very, very difficult. Right, let's move on. Let's move on and see what else do we have today from Giovanni, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, right, this is a good one. This is a really, really good one. Right, guys, I have been scammed by the GU guru. I think he was trying to say named Forex guru Ricky. Of the number below, he took away my money and demand more money. Now he says our charges. First, he demanded 600. What's that? Botswana Pula, I think. I bought the coins. Then he asked 1,200. Again, I think that's Botswana Pula. Now he says he don't owe me anything. Please help me out. I want my money back. Right. This is misfortunate, guys, but this is what's happening when you are trading without any knowledge, guys. This is what's happening. It's very misfortunate. These things happen on a daily basis, and this is what we're trying to do here. Create a bit of awareness, create even more awareness, guys, and help every single one of you understand how to stay away from potential scams like this. Yeah, or from scams like this. By the sounds of it, it was a scam. Now, from what I understand here, the guy was trying to buy some coins, some sort of coins, okay? And he probably got scammed. Right, stop trying to find the next Bitcoin, guys. Make sure you understand the basics of cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Make sure you understand what they are, okay, before you start investing your hard work savings in purchasing a few coins, which might turn out to be useless, completely useless. Okay, this is what I have to say from my side. Let's move on. Let's move on. Whoa, we have another guru, guys. Watch out! Watch out! Another guru telling us we can profit $500 a day from a Bitcoin investment with only $50 investment. Okay, obviously, Giovanni is a bit pissed off. He's asking, I wonder how you can do that with $50 investment and profit $500 a day when one Bitcoin is $11,800. What if Bitcoin doesn't move that day? And then can you smell it? I think he was talking about the cryptocurrencies, if you can smell the cryptocurrencies, right? Right. My personal advice on this one, guys, try and stay away. Okay, try and stay away. If you really want to go for it, if you really think you're going to do this, I don't know, ask the guy if he has a trading license, ask him for some more details. Don't expect anyone to make you a profit of 500%, guys, in a day with a $50 investment from your side, especially in cryptocurrencies, which are one of the most expensive assets to trade on. Yeah, and they have only a leverage of 1 to 5 versus a leverage of 1 to 30 or 1 to 400, okay, which you might get on currency pairs, yeah, on commodities, on indices and stocks. Yeah, this is roughly the leverage you get. It starts from 1 to 20 or 1 to 30. Yeah, and it can go all the way up to 1 to 400 or 1 to 500 on currency pairs. Now, cryptocurrencies being the newest asset class and the most volatile asset class have only a leverage of 1 to 5. Yeah, which means take the price of the Bitcoin. If your leverage is 1 to 5, you divide it by 5. And this is how much margin, yeah, this is how much money you will have to invest to be able to open a position. That's why people trade leverage products, because they invest a small portion or a smaller portion of the money versus purchasing, yeah, the coin. Yeah, and this applies in all asset classes, in currency pairs, commodities, indices, as stocks as well. But as I said, they tend to have a higher leverage, yeah, which helps you invest less money. The higher the leverage, the less money you're going to invest. Basically, this is how it works. Right, let's move on. Let's move on. We are only 2 slides away. Right, and we see another post. Yes, someone that has a balance of $500,000 in his trading account and is making that public. A lot of people flashing dollars, flashing their money. They see the payment was successful and was paid to someone supposedly. Okay, and we see an ad that says invest today, and then it doesn't say anything else. So the question remains, invest today, and what is going to happen? What's going to happen if you invest today with these guys? Right, let's move on. Another guru. Okay, we see another guru, another traders. I teach Forex for free and I provide signals free with guaranteed 1,000 pips weekly. Reply yes to be added. First of all, guys, in financial markets, okay, in professional financial markets, there's no such word as guaranteed. There's no guarantee. Tomorrow, something might happen to Donald Trump. Tomorrow, Donald Trump might tweet something. Something might happen on the other side of the world and it's going to completely shift the direction. That's why no matter how much experience you are in the market, no matter how many trading licenses you have, you never say things as guaranteed. I can guarantee it. No, you cannot. No one can guarantee anything. And 1,000 pips a week, it's not a lot, it's not very little, depends very much on the asset and how much that asset moves a day. But again, big red flag for anyone that's involved in the financial industry and tells anyone, I guarantee that. Okay, I guarantee you're going to make profits. I guarantee you're going to make 1,000 pips weekly. I guarantee whatever. No, there's no such thing in professional trading. There is no guarantee. Yes, if a proper account manager, if you have a license to manage funds and you have a track record and everything, you can say, I will do my best, but I cannot guarantee, right? No guarantees allowed to anyone, guys. Right, let's move on. It's the last slide, guys. Right, okay, another one. I have strategy. I make daily $1,500. I teach you how to make money in Forex daily, so don't waste your time and money. Join with me. Right. And again, we see a lot of trades opened on what it seems to be a real account. However, though, I really doubt it. Okay. Question, guys. Question from me to you guys. Would you really invest your money with someone that posts something like that on social media? Type your answers. Let me know. Would you really do it? And if you did it, how was it? Did you actually make $1,500 a day or $1,500 a day? Whatever they're promising you. Let me know. Maybe, who knows? There are people out there that had a good experience, that made a lot of money, and we are missing out here. Okay, we are missing out, and we're just being picky. Yeah, myself and Giovanni, and we're actually jealous that we can't do that. This is the question. Let me know what you think, guys. Drop me an email at thechartwhisperer@gmail.com. One word. Leave your comments on the live broadcasts. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like what we do here, and support us in delivering more great content. And again, join me tomorrow morning at the European markets opening with Joe Monteiro in the studio, founder and CEO at Forexy. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money.